Hi, I'm nomiinoveltii, and I just kind of want to watch shows that I've been a fan of for a long time, talk about it, uh, and then draw fan art. That's really what I'm here to do. That's the itinerary for this video and probably subsequent others is what I'm planning. So today we're starting off with the Owl House, one of my favorite shows. It's near and dear to my heart, and I feel like I could talk about it all day. So this is a big, warning for everyone who happens across this video. There's gonna be massive spoilers. I'm gonna be referencing other episodes. I'm gonna be talking about, just future events and, just trying to connect all the dots and, all of that good stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of, this is like my first time doing this, so I'm kind of feeling it out. So, without any further ado, let's get started.
Do not underestimate me, Gildersnake, for I am the good witch Azora, warrior of peace. Now eat this, sucker!
No! My only weakness! Dying!
Okay, so with that from the get-go, is I like how it starts. This is like the setup of the entire series, is that scene. It's referenced to every single season finale, and I feel like it is a culmination of who Luce like wants to be. It's like her goal. I mean, I feel like that's pretty obvious. Azora is. My words aren't working. But I really like how that scene echoes throughout the show. I like to see, like, I'll talk about it at later, like, whenever it's actually happening in the episodes, but I really like how that scene in particular echoes throughout the series.
The end of what?
My book report. I think I knocked it out of the park.
Your book report is...
Okay, we also have to talk about the snakes. Everyone, we all have to talk about the snakes. Don't bring live snakes to school. We love a weird kid. I was a weird kid, man. Don't bring live snakes to school. Not recommended.
Why you're in here?
See?
Oh,
Multiple snakes.
And what were you going to do with this?
That was for the Act 3 closer.
Mija,
What are we doing? What are we doing with a giant firecracker bomb? Like, don't set that off inside the building, which is what I assume she was gonna be doing. Don't do that. Fire hazard, at the very least. I don't know.
I love your creativity, but it's gotten out of hand. Do you remember why you were in the principal's office the last 3 times?
Oh, Happy Dagger, give me death!
Alright, we have human verse Willow. We also have human verse, human realm Amity, and then I don't know who the girl in the back. I don't know if she's supposed to be a parallel to anyone.
No more weirdness! That doesn't count, right?
I feel like that she should be charged with something.
Oh, my baby.
I don't know.
No, don't worry. Summer camp is only going to be for 3 months. You'll be so busy balancing checkbooks and learning to appreciate public radio. The time will fly by.
Absolutely
I don't
riveting.
like any of that stuff. I like editing anime clips to music and reading fantasy books with convoluted backstories.
Mija, you're fat.
She's just like me for real. But yeah, that's basically all I do with my time. If I could become a witch, which is what she does, because again, spoilers, I would absolutely abandon the human realm, Loki, to go learn magic and demon shit. The fuck?
Dizzy World is holding you back. Do you have any friends? Real ones. Not imagined or drawn
And like I get
or reptilian.
I get where Camila is coming from. But like, girl, you could have put it better. You could have put it a bit better. I know like the whole thing about Luce and her mom is like miscommunication, and oh god, miscommunication plots always like low key like piss me off. But that's neither here nor there.
Friends. But you have to try. Can you do that?
Yes, Mom.
That okay, I know I'm pausing it a lot, but like knowing in season 2 we have the episode where um you know it's the anniversary of her dad passing away, and oh, well actually no, we find this out in season 3. Sorry, I'm getting my events confused, but we find out in season 3 that Luz's dad was the one who gifted the Azora book to her. And so like god, what a devastating thing to like encourage as like a mom. Like that was like the last connection that she had to her dad, and like I couldn't imagine, you know, your mom encouraging you to let go of the last piece of your father, like the connection to your father. Like that would be heartbreaking to hear as a kid. And like after that, like I don't blame Luz for like wanting some space. But yeah.
Stop adorably hopping away, you.
I really like the slight animation change in that scene as Luz is running in.
This is impressive.
Finally, you're back.
Mama.
This will make me rich.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, this will make good kindling.
To a,
Timmy, sorry, it's my
I can't. It's a fucking candle. I feel like Ida knew what she was doing. It was a book, and she was feeding it to a candle. What is she doing? I feel like I just love the world building, like that Dana Terrace does. It's absolutely fantastic.
I'm Ida, the Owl Lady, the most
She's
powerful witch
hot.
on the Boiling Isles. A witch? I'm a respected.
Busted.
She's an absolute criminal. But if I am being frank, the security is like lax. Like I get that it's a kids show, but the security is not there. The Emperor's Coven is shit. Not being run well by Lilith. Not at all.
Whoa, witch criminal.
You are hereby ordered to come with me to the conformatorium.
Would you guys quit following me around? I haven't done squat.
And you're coming too, for fraternizing with a criminal.
Haven't done squat as she actively doesn't join a coven. Okay.
Oops, can't forget this.
I like how it just like wasn't included in all of the stuff that she was magically
It's gonna kill me.
like
I'm
inventorying.
a human like you is much more valuable to me alive than dead.
Wait, what's that supposed to
You won't get away with this, owl lady.
I think this is really because we have like this is the first episode, so we haven't been introduced to like a lot of like the systemic things that are going on like on the Boiling Isles, but like it's assumed that like witches will have like that staff a palisman like Ida, and so I think this is the first like time that we see that the Emperor's Coven like doesn't allow palisman, because you would think that they would use the very powerful tools available to them like in their arsenal, but they don't. And so that like if we're going into this blind, it would be that would just be like why doesn't this guy have a palisman or a flying stick, why does Ida? And so that just is the first of many questions into like what kind of things are going on in this um, universe.
What is this place?
This
I
is
would-
the Boiling Isles. Every myth you humans have is caused by a little of our world leaking into yours.
I'm not gonna lie. I think if I was in Lusa's shoes, I would 100% believe that I was tripping balls, I was dead, I was, I don't know, something, but I'm certainly not alive anymore. I've passed on to a different world. That's just an isekai, isn't it? That's all this show is. It's an isekai.
I knew it.
Yep, griffins, vampires, giraffes.
Giraffes?
Oh yeah, we banished those guys. Bunch of freaks.
I appreciate the anti-giraffe propaganda that dots the entire show.
This is
I could be that bird. I could be that owl.
House has a state-of-the-art defense system.
Hootie is a state-of-the-art defense mechanism.
Let us in.
I think it's criminal that we never see them enter through Hootie like this ever again. This is the only time he ever opens his mouth as the door opening. I wish we saw that more.
Actually, I have a roommate.
Dares intrude upon I, the king of demons!
Ugh, I love King. I do like to imagine that this is actually like a reincarnated version of Bill Cipher. I mean, it's just Alex Hirsch, and he's doing the same voice as Bill.
Wait. I don't like the sound of this situation.
Just let me explain. King was once a mighty
I love
king
the
of
secondary art style in the show. I think it's gorgeous.
this.
Like the type of like stone carvy. It's like Celtic-y.
Locked away behind a magical force field that only a human can break through. A human like you.
And why do they have the like a portal that only allows humans? Like I've always wondered that. Well, I mean, obviously I know why. It's because Bellos is a human, and so he would be the only one able to get in. But like if I was anyone else, like just a person in the Boiling Isles, I'd be like, there's only been like rumors of humans. Like there's only ever been 2, as far as we know, 2 humans to have ever lived on the Boiling Isles. Why would they develop specifically an anti-human or like a humans only shield? Like, what's going on there? What's going on? It would be just like a little red flag for me.
These guys really have the hots for you.
Yep, but we were never caught because we're too slow.
I like how her wanted poster is the only one that we ever see, like besides like
You and I will
the
sneak
ones
up to
from
the
like
top of the
our
tower where
cast.
they're holding my crown. I've been waiting to use this. Meow meow. It's hideous.
I love it circling back round. I know Luce mentions it like whenever it happens with cats, but I do like circling back around to things. Oh wait, you know what? Instantly disproved in my previous statement. Hold on. Let me look at those fucking wanted posters. I'm an idiot. We don't see them often in the show.
Hang on tight.
Let me see Scratcher, Knife Baby, Lord Ham, and Three-Eyed Toad. Tag yourself. I think we also have Shopkeeper or something. I think I'd probably be Three-Eyed Toad. Or Lord Ham. I also like Lord Ham.
Like, I write fanfics of food falling in love.
I'd read it. I'm down for damn near anything.
Because I like eating my own eyes.
And that is your prerogative.
We are agents of free expression. They will never silence us.
Yeah, she's really big into conspiracy theories.
The world is a simulation.
Oh, how meta.
I'll get my hands on her soon enough.
Like,
Fight against the Wizard!
knowing why he wants Ida,
We will never
it's
be avoided.
crazy.
Wait,
Crazy how he's going about this. It's so toxic.
wait, I'm free.
Let this be a
Hooray,
lesson
I'm
to
free.
all of you. There's no place in society for you if you can't fit in.
Don't worry, I can get you out.
I also like seeing the progression of Lutz's strength.
My weak nerd arms.
Can't do this in the beginning, but then she's like straight on, like pulling a man out of a dead guy's heart.
Hey, I just checked. The warden is
I like the way
distracted
she like
tormenting
floated
some
in
kind of
there.
creature. He won't be coming around here anytime soon. Oh, he gets so cute when he's thirsty for power.
Oh, the foreshadowing once you know that King is a Titan.
Does everyone think that
And
I'm
all of their babies, they're also little tyrants. See, like, how many, like, humans don't come around that often. What use is this?
My crown!
Loved Burger Queen.
Yes, yes! I can feel my powers returning! You there, Nightmare Cracker!
I think this is also a reference to, I'm a king and queen, best of both things. Titans are intersex or something along those lines. Don't quote me on that. But that's kind of how I interpreted all of those scenes. So.
Besides, weirdos have to stick together.
I love the motto.
Well, we owe you one. Now let's get out of here before the warden finds us and loses his head.
Too late.
Absolute jump scare if you're a child.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Ida, are you okay?
Yeah, this just happens when you get older.
Does it?
I don't think I want my limbs falling off
But I knew if I took
when I get older. I already have joint problems.
the most powerful witch of the Boiling Isles and the feared Warden Wrath. We'd be the strongest power couple ever. I mean, it's not like
Ida already has someone. They might not be together right now, but, like, Rain's still there.
You win. Got it, magic stick.
Like, why? He has a name. Love the animation. Got nice and smooth there.
Ida, lend me a hand.
I feel like those prisoners could pretty easily, like, reach out and, like, flip those switches.
Not my bones.
Go, go!
But
What an awful face underneath the mask. Like, it's on fantastic character design. But, like, oh, imagine seeing that in real life. Absolutely horrifying. I also think for the longest time I thought his eyes were nostrils.
And nobody should be punished for who they are. Now let's get 'em.
I wish we saw more prisoners escaping. It was just 3 of them. I think it would have been cool if there were more.
Do not underestimate me, Warden Wrath, for I am Luce, the human, warrior of peace. Now eat this, sucker!
I like that, you know, we do get the reference to, you know, the Azora speech from the beginning of the episode, you know, by the end of the episode. So that we can kind of, like, track Luce's progress through how she views herself through that speech. Because, you know, the little speech that Luce does herself does evolve each time, you know, depending on where she is at that moment in time. So I think it's, like, a fun little, like, tracking of progress.
This shall suffice.
I love...
You there, plant! You are now under under my command.
I love my little tyrant baby.
I am not going back to summer camp.
What summer camp? What are we talking about here?
I want to stay and become a witch.
I think that that's like a crazy thing to just like
Alright, that's great.
pop in on a stranger, being like, hey, what if I just like stayed with you for 3 months, give or take?
Let her stay.
Like that's a crazy thing to
Well,
like
could use a hand keeping this
ask
baseball
of a
up.
stranger. And thus begins the lying. Or more so withholding information, I guess, for now. Skewing the perception of the reality. Wink. Ugh, I love the show. It is like literally one of my like top 10 shows. Just like, yeah, there's things that, you know, can be critiqued about it, but like altogether, and despite the cancellation of it, it has such a good story, and I really like the message that it does try to push. And I also appreciate that, and like I'll probably talk about this a bit more later, like probably closer to the finale, but I do appreciate that the story isn't trying to push a we're gonna forgive the villain of the story like a lot of other kids shows. I know why they do it, but like I really appreciate that this story in particular says we're gonna beat your ass because you're actively like hurting people, and on it you need to be taken out so that you don't hurt any more people, because you're just gonna find another avenue of power. You're just gonna find another way to hurt people if we just let you keep going. And like it's a I just really appreciate that type of messaging, like especially in a kid show. Not everyone deserves forgiveness, but you know, with that, I am going to draw some fan art, and I'm gonna do this for every episode. I'm gonna, you know, try to find something that I want to make art of. So I will be back. All right. Now, what do we want to draw from the episode? Since we're doing, you know, a piece every episode, we're gonna make it like specific to the episode. So I should have been looking for a moment where, you know, I kind of wanted to draw inspiration from. Let me think about it. Give me a second. I don't know. What do I want to draw? So obviously we're gonna draw Luce somewhere. I'll put her right here for now. I think maybe having her kind of, I don't know. I'm always a little indecisive. I'm very indecisive whenever I am starting a piece. And so this is also like a way for me to like just work on like getting things out quickly, because that is one of the things that did stop me from like posting my art for a long time, is that I have an awful time trying to start projects. And so like this is also a way for me to like channel my indecisiveness. So having an episode to try to base this off of will 100% help. So let's go and take a little peek-see at the episode again. I'm gonna kind of like scrub through. I'm gonna do Ida, and she's gonna be in powerful stance. She's surfing on the on the thing. Make the pose a bit more extreme to make it more visually interesting. She's surfing this thing. She's not standing on it. She's gonna be like facing the back. So this is her butt. Her hair goes whoosh with the wind. That's where it goes. And then we'll have King down here. Ooh, that does not look like it. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. How's that looking? How's that looking, buddy? Buddy. This would be a truly terrifying situation to find yourself in. Sometimes I don't know how to draw limbs. I don't know where they go. I don't know how anything works. Does that look natural? I don't know. I like how Luce is like gonna die and Ida's just like, hey now. We're gonna kind of make it more dynamic, have a better or a more interesting line of action. Or some technical term like that. Yeah, we can like kind of fix it a bit more later, but like that's the general gist, you know? You know? I always hate doing backgrounds, but God, should I do a background? Probably. She's going, whoa, we're crazy high, and I'm not used to these heights without being in a metal contraption. Not used to free balling the air. There we go. Should it be like a bunch of trees? Like that? Alright, focal point. We have trees. And it's kind of doing a fishbowl moment. How do we like that? How are we feeling about this kind of format? Yeah? And then I don't really fuck with line art because it pisses me off. So I just kind of skip to the coloring stage. Every time I do line art, I think it looks bad. So I'm not about that. I mean, what does the outside look like in the episode? Ooh, baby, can you show me what I need to see? What I need to know? Scrub-a-dub-dub through the episode. But maybe I should put some bones in there. You know, reinforce that this is a wacky place where your greatest nightmares will come true. Ooh, that's a bit of an eye strain color. No, thank you. And for this, I'm using the same brush, like basically the entire time. I just changed the different modes that it's on. So, like, I have like color mixing, and then I also have it on the not color mixing, so I can have like the big swatches of color without being pissed. Sorry, I talk about being pissed a lot at what I do. That makes me seem like a very spiteful person. I'm not. I'm hating it. We're just gonna keep it one color. I'm not gonna... Sometimes I find myself overcomplicating shit. And so I have to reel myself back in. Do. Boo, 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 boo. It's giving it's giving Jax from The Amazing Digital Circus. Hold on. There we go. Real quick fan art of Jax. Away with him. I'm still mourning Kane. I'm gonna go back and rewatch those episodes and do like the same thing. Like with a fan art each episode. But my god, I need to talk about Kane for a second. I miss him. I'm devastated without him. I'm mourning him. That's why I'm drawing so much fan art of him right now. You'll probably see him all over my TikTok. I miss him. And so I'm doing thirst traps. Ugh. Anyways, I'll stop it at that. Let's go back to the owl house. Have to remember, we're kind of underneath this cloud here. Let's make it a bit, maybe that's the issue. We need to make it a bit duller. Maybe it'll make sense later. That's how I feel about most of my drawings. I don't understand how I get the results that I have. It's just like it just happens with my hands. And then we'll add some of the trees back in. And I think I'm probably gonna have to adjust the pose a little bit more just because I think this isn't quite the right angle for these tweens in this pose. Another thing that I like doing, especially because of the way I like to do like this color blocking stuff, it's really easy to get colors of the same shade. So I always like to bring everything into a grayscale and make sure that everything is contrasting. I want things to be read clearly, so I can workshop it a bit more later. I kind of want to get these suckers, and I think I'm gonna make it a bit more perspective. So I'm gonna make loose big. Do 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 do. There we are. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm liking the way that's looking. I think that's looking good. Slowly but surely, I'm assuming the shrimp pose. I feel like King right here kind of just looks like Cubone. Like, I know that's like just kind of what he looks like, but like it's looking an awful lot like Cubone right there. I guess one thing I should mention about Luce and the snakes is that it's just a reoccurring theme with her, and like snakes are like a symbol of, you know, rebirth with like the Ouroboros, like endings and then the beginnings. The snake is eating the tail, all that, and like it's imagery that continues to follow her throughout the show, and so that is an important thing to point out. Just don't bring them to school, man. Don't do that. Especially as a project, like the fuck? And Ida got that booty. That absolute badonkadonk. Can't forget. I will say, I do love me a good Lilith. But Ida is the one who has my heart. I like her brand of chaos. I guess I also just don't like that Lilith, even at one point, worked for the government. I didn't like that. It knocks points off for her for sure. She might be redeemed, but like, Ida's the one who has me. And her harpy form, when we get to Hootie's moving, or not Hootie's moving castle, that's first season. When we get to the Hootie episode in season 2, I forgot what it's called for some reason. But when we get to that episode, ooh, bet your ass I'm drawing a harpy Ida. I don't know how I want her second arm to be. Strong. Give her muscle. Like mama. Looks like she looks like the dancing emoji. The dancing lady emoji. She's just gonna have to look like that. That's just what's gonna have to happen. And then she has lovely silver hair. I wish I could be a witch. I totally understand Luz in wanting like this type of escapism. Like whenever I was younger, I was definitely someone who, honestly still now, I lose myself in, you know, fandom and in shows. I would do damn near anything to be able to be isekai'd into like one of these fantastical worlds, even if it's a freaking nightmare. It just seems like so much fun. And it'll probably beat whatever nightmare is going on in the world right now. We got a lot of pretty awful things happening. Ida's hair could never be too voluminous, but I mean, it was. I don't know if I still like the color of the sky. I'll probably change that in a second. Ida's looking hot. Let's see about that sky color, because I'm not a huge fan of it, especially after I put down the red. It's like a nice periwinkle color into a soft peach and kind of a yellowy color. It works on their screen. Not working quite as much here. What do I need to do? Your foot is nice and big because it is the closest thing to us. She's bald. She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair. Honestly, I'm pretty sure whenever I was probably like 14, I think I probably rocked a fit pretty similar to what Luz was wearing. I want to make sure I include the iconic cat ears on her hood. I feel like that was probably the wrong size head for her, honestly. Hello? He came in with a mission and a bone. Sorry if you guys hear him munching away. I don't have the gall to kick him out. And he's wagging his tail. Good boy. And so we keep going, we keep drawing, till there's nothing left to do, and nothing left to say. And I do apologize for the lack of commentary during the drawing process. I don't multitask well, so hopefully I can get something good out of this. Oh no, I'm drawing her hair exactly like I draw Danny's hair in my comic. Do they have the same haircut? Danny's is definitely a bit shaggier, but it's not quite the same. But it's definitely close. What I'm certain's not incompetence. These sweet instincts run my life. I'm sorry he's being noisy back there. I think her body is like low-key facing the wrong way for like what the hell is going on. Let me try to fix that real quick. There's just something off about it, is all I'm saying. Be swing your legs a bit more. I think it was just too horizontal. I just scrap that. Yeah. But your arm is too close to your face now. How are we feeling about Luce's disembodied head? I really sometimes struggle with doing more emotive faces. I'm really trying to push, what my art style is. I have a tendency to try to root itself in a lot of more realistic proportions, but I've been really wanting to push myself and venture more into the more cartoon dynamics, more like rubber hose stuff, and like doing things that are just a bit more emotive, and a bit more big and more story driven than realism driven. So that's something that I've been definitely trying to push myself with in terms of my art. And then it was at this point that I basically fell silent and stopped doing any type of commentary on what I was drawing. So now it's up to me in post to kind of talk about what I was doing and kind of further talk about the episode and things that I, thought about talking about and then simply did not, because I'm still just getting a hang of, YouTube stuff and, all of that. So just give me a little bit of a grace period while I'm still figuring things out, because there's also a lot of copyright stuff that I'm having to work around, and I don't know. I'm just trying to ease myself into it, and just figure things out. So be patient with me. And now we're back to the Owl House, which is what you guys are definitely here for. But I wanted to start with, just how amazing the foreshadowing is throughout the show, even as early as episode 1, because we get to see King being a little tyrant, which is what the Titan Trappers say that baby Titans are like. Apparently also adult Titans are like that as well, but we can't really verify that. We can't even verify the fact that baby Titans act like tyrants as well. Just because I feel like the entire Titan Trapper society is just an unreliable narrator in terms of, how they view Titans. They're not the most reliable source, that's for sure. I also wanted to kind of talk about, how early on we get to see not Titans, but Belos's tyranny. We get to see that the Coven Guards don't have the same technology that Wild Witches do, because we see that they lack their palisman. And I know I mentioned this earlier, so I won't linger on it for too long, but I did just kind of want to revisit that and say, it's really fun seeing, how early on we're able to identify, what Belos is doing. And it's like the same thing with the Conformatorium, that's where all of the Wild Witches are going to be. But I always just think it's really interesting, going back on shows and
like being able to pick up on that kind of stuff. I also wanted to touch on Luce's relationship with just generally the Azura series that she has throughout the show, and quotes and bonds with Amity over. It's such a like central part of her character, and it just like I love her relationship to it, because not only was it a it not only was it gifted to her by her father, but it's also like where she holds her morals. That's like where her moral compass is coming from. She is modeling her behavior after Azura, is what I can assume. And I just, it's such a like a relatable thing, because even myself as a child, I was always, you know, losing myself to escapism. I wanted to essentially be the characters that I was watching, and I wanted to embody what they represented so much, and I see that like so much in Luce. I can't help but to admire like how her arc ends up, you know, because of this admiration. Like the little kid inside of me just looks up to Luce, and you know, all of the what she's able to accomplish being the weird kid. And we could go on and on, you know, about that, but I'll kind of leave it there for now. I'll probably do more voiceover style things for the future installments, but you know, I'll see you later.
And I think that's the finished product. God, that took way too long. I never expect to go into the amount of detail that I do. I always intend on doing something a bit simpler, and then I am a big fat liar. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sure that I decided to do a voiceover because I kind of went silent in that last home stretch. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, and then I hope you guys enjoyed the art, and I also hope that you guys just like kind of enjoyed the general vibes. Let me know what you would want to see next. I already have kind of like a lineup that I'm in like wanting to do, like shows that I want to do, but you know, what you guys say you want to see might affect like the order that I do things in. So give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a whatever, I don't care. And bye.